Hey y'all, we about to get into the Young Thug YSL Rico trial. Something that we didn't get into earlier because I was busy trying to catch up. But we gonna get man. I'm telling y'all this show, this witness. Come on, y'all. It can't get no better. This is a Rico Circus show. I got to put it up. Well, let's listen to this, y'all. Come on in and hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. It's something I ain't got in, I'm supposed to do it today.
To those hours in firearms specifically. Every year we have to do between 8 and 16 hours just annual training with our firearms. Also, when I was in narcotics and with
Y'all come in and
GBI,
hit
I
the
did a
like
lot of
button, like, share, and
specialized training with
subscribe.
firearms,
And
including
thank you
tactical
for being
shotgun
here tonight.
training, submachine gun training, um, scenario-based training. We go to specific training locations, like the federal marshals have a building complex that's
And
set
he
up
don't even
like
know nothing about
a
what's going on
house
in the
or
trial, y'all.
apartment. So it's removable walls, so they can do all kinds of adjusting where you
Y'all
can
come
go
on
in
in, like,
and
share.
use some sessions that actually train either entries or just training firearms. And during the course of your kind of firearm training, do you learn how to identify defects that could be considered a bullet hole? Yes. Do you also learn about energy and power as it relates to how bullets come from the gun into a surface or into an area? Yes.
Let's give a shout out to the
Now, taking you back to May 2013, I believe when you talked about your history with APD, were you assigned to Zone 6 Police Department within 2013? May of 2013, yes, I was assigned to Zone 6. And just briefly tell the jury area borders, what area encompasses Zone 6 back in 2013? Back in 2013, Zone 6 is unique within the city because it actually involves parts of Fulton and DeKalb. Zone 6 is mostly the east side of Atlanta,
That's true.
east of Piedmont Park, down over towards Moreland would split the DeKalb from the Fulton parts
That's true.
of Zone 6. From the zoo over to around Crest back in 2013 was basically Zone 6, from North Avenue down to the city limits on the south side.
Right.
And what zones bordered Zone 6 back in 2013? Zone 2 would have bordered Zone 6, Zone 5, and Zone 3. And where would Zone 3 have bordered Zone 6 back in 2013? They would have shared. They would have bumped into each other. Zone 3's eastern boundary and Zone 6's western boundary. And approximately, we're talking about streets or areas where in the city would that border at. Well, Zone 6 is like I said, the far east. Zone 3 would be just a little bit over from the far east, more kind of just down from downtown. Good landmarks, Zone 3 would have been the zoo. Would have been the old Turner Field, Zone 3. So that area, University, that kind of, if you're familiar with the city, that is more Zone 3.
Okay.
And would the Zone 6 border be in and around that same area of where the zoo is on Boulevard down that side of the city? A little bit farther over. The zoo's on Confederate over. Not far, like I said, it would have been close.
Confederate is close.
Tell the jury, back in 2013, were you with investigator? Yes. And what were your job duties and responsibilities as an investigator with Zone 6? Back in 2013, the Zone 6 investigation would have handled everything, all crimes that had been committed other than your murders, your rapes,
that sort of thing. So I would have been responsible for investigating crimes from petty theft all the way up to armed robberies and people getting shot.
Okay.
I want to specifically pay attention to May 13, 2013. Did you have the occasion to respond to the Zone 3 precinct on May 13, 2013?
I did.
And why did you respond to that location?
There was a report of a citizen who walked in the Zone 6 precinct, later identified to me as Miss Archulette Bennett, I'm sorry. She had walked into the Zone 3 precinct.
Yeah, what they trying to do is try to say that the young lady that that testified yesterday that they try to go against young Thug will try to invite her to dinner to eat some New Year peas and try to go on a date with her. Now they're gonna put him up on the stand today, trying to say that she came in and what she said. Listen, y'all.
And spoke to the desk officer there and reported that she was a victim of a armed robbery and that her house was shot.
When you, at the time which you learned of this person walking to the Zone 3 precinct, where would you have been at that time?
I don't remember exactly where I was, but I was assigned in Zone 6. I was a Zone 6 detective. So I was advised on the radio of the situation of the walk-in in Zone 3.
Okay. Where in 2013 was Zone 6 precinct?
It was at 2025 Hosea L. Williams, and the same place it's currently located.
And in 2013, where was the Zone 3 precinct?
880 Cherokee, at the zoo, right next to the zoo.
I know what you're talking about.
And about how far approximately was the Zone 6 precinct from the Zone 3 precinct?
4 miles.
About 4 or 5 minutes.
Did you eventually make it over to the Zone 3 precinct?
I did.
Now, why is it that you were called as a Zone 6 investigator to respond to the Zone 3 precinct?
I was called because the incident occurred in Zone 6 at 980 Confederate, even though the victim was in Zone 3.
Okay.
The crime still occurred under my responsibility, which was Zone 6. Given it was reported as a prior crime, those types of incidents, the whatever zone detective in that area of responsibility would actually respond and handle the initial call.
Okay.
Okay, so you said a few things. You said she was in
In the Zone 3 precinct.
Now,
To make the cry out for the crime. Yes.
you said that the incident happened at 980 Confederate Court.
It did.
Is it first that location in Fulton County?
It is.
And how far approximately is 980 Confederate Court to the Zone 3 precinct at 18 Cherokee?
It's about a mile, a little under a mile probably.
And have you had the opportunity to look at a map with those two locations on it in preparation for your testimony here today?
I have.
Okay. Your Honor, permission to approach?
You showing that to the defense counsel's order?
Yes, and to the house, I will show you.
So he was handling 2 zones.
Yes, you may have permission.
Thank you. I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 26AA. Tell me, or Alpha Alpha, tell me if you recognize 26 Alpha Alpha.
This is a printout of the Google Maps or street maps with the outline between Trestle Tree Apartments, which is 980 Confederate, to 880 Cherokee Avenue, which was the Zone 3 precinct back in 2013.
And And looking at this, that's a fair, accurate depiction of the distance between 980 Confederate Court, also as Chester Street Village Apartments, and 880 Cherokee Avenue, which was zone precinct in 2013.
It is.
You're right. This time the state would like to tender states exhibit 26 Alpha Alpha.
Any objection states 26 alfalfa? No. All right. It's admitted, maybe publishes.
No, he didn't want to hear what you gonna say. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn off this. Oops.
Filing your taxes
I'm
is
getting ready to stop it for a minute anyway. Let me stop it for a minute and turn off this heat. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me a minute. Let's stop it for a minute, y'all. Okay, y'all. Let's get back into this thing, y'all. Let's get back into it. Let's get into it. Let's get back into it, okay? Uh you're speaking to investigators that's not handling the both zones at this time right now. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
There was a report of a citizen who walked in the Zone 6 precinct, later identified to me as Miss.
No, that's not where we are.
You're right. You're right. He's been an officer with the Atlanta Police Department for 24 years. He is familiar with.
What is she saying? We can't hear y'all state. They don't want us to hear them.
We would be able to introduce. That is one of those reports are is Investigator Kirkman's actual CAD report that he generated as a call-in regarding this incident.
Well, he can't speak on nobody else's report. Child, time out. There you go. Hold on, y'all. Let me clean this up. But, well, Your Honor, you can't get upset, Judge, because they don't want to. These folks got to protect these. They getting paid to protect these boys.
Okay.
And just because the state not prepared, can't get mad at them. Shoot. Or a life on a. I don't think the state prepared, y'all. I'm trying to clean up my phone.
That's the improper hearsay, Your Honor? And that's the hearsay, Your Honor?
Permission to publish.
I love Thug. They ain't got nothing on Thug, y'all. I don't know why he there. It's for the other clowns. I know he hate he's sitting in a hot seat where the camera could get to him. I know it, baby. I know how you feel. I like Young Thug. He just remind me of my brothers and my kids. So silly. They trying to get him. They ain't did nothing. Trying their best. Here we go.
You can just kind of orient the jury. How is this CAD report strike that? Let's go back. Earlier, you talked about how the number was generated.
Oh my God, I know somebody stay over there.
Walk again through how that, the significance of those numbers, with the year, the date. Sorry, testified. I wanted to show it.
Total eye lift from Clarence. A visible eye lift in 60 seconds.
What he say? That must these folks tripping me out. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me look at my boy. Let me look at my boy Thug. Let me look at my boy Thug. Okay, what y'all say? I like Thug.
Going through this exhibit, if you can let the jury know how is it that, again, because a call was
Hold on, y'all.
created,
Oh, we got to do this.
This was, if you go down just a little bit, you can see that it's self-initiated.
Zone 6.
And then now go back up, or right here. You can see that's the officer's name and their unique ID number. And self-initiated. That would mean it's either he walked into the precinct, he got flagged down or something, he ran into something. So this would be something where an officer pulled himself out.
What's up, Shelly? You'll never help me when I
This
need you.
officer who pulled himself out on it was working $33.99. $33.99. 3 would be the watch, so that is evening watch. 3 would be the zone 3, and 99s are usually the officers working as desk officers inside the precinct.
And will also count for that person was working at the desk inside the precinct.
Yes.
Looking at the camera.
Yes.
Okay. And at what point in time does it appear that he initiated this case?
You should do. That's what I told everybody.
What time was the CAD initiated?
According to this, SI, self-initiated.
I know it, baby.
5/13/2013 at 2:44:58 p.m.
And do you know why? Do you know what the significance of remarks at 9:80 time?
Not a Confederate. I don't know if he didn't. I don't know why it went all this spelled out here, but.
Okay, looking at the second line, 33.99.
Young Thug, no, he look good since he don't got empty.
A is around.
And then he was going down. Okay. So RL.
Fine, young man.
Relocating back where the address was corrected. And then RL relocating looked like the address was corrected again from Court to Avenue.
This 2013. 2000.
C is when the officer cleared the call.
And looking down the bottom, we're at 246:01. And it says 52:32. Explain that to me.
Okay, go back so I can read all of it. We're talking here.
Yes, sir.
It's just giving the address, Confederate Court, inside the city.
980 Confederate Court. I'll show y'all what it is tomorrow.
I believe that's everything that's contained on that page. Okay. Now looking at this page, what if anything is that indicated on this portion of the care?
All right, so this is still 33 of the desk officer's CAD report. It's showing when he gave the address, it shows up as 607, which would be back then zone 6 beat 07 or beat 7. Same thing here. This is switching the CAD from a zone 3 CAD to a zone 6 CAD. Because even though he pulled out, it was self-initiated in zone 3, it's not 80 Confederate, it's actually in zone 6. So that corrected the location in the CAD report. So he's the primary officer again with the address.
And going down, anything else within that page?
That's just a premise history page. It's not showing anything. So, and then I don't know if there's anything in the narrative below.
But looking at that, there's nothing in the narrative.
No, I don't see anything in the narrative.
All right, now we're going to look at 56 Alpha Alpha.
And from time to time, can I refer back to this just for I get a whole overview?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Why she got her hand on her hip?
Now, at 56 Alpha Alpha, is that a different incident number?
It is.
And do you know why there was a different incident number from the first one, from 55 Alpha Alpha, 56 Alpha Alpha?
This is the CAD report that I self-initiated.
Okay. And with the fact that you self-initiated generated a new number?
It worked.
All right. Walk us through what time did you...
But look when they printed.
1509, which is 3:09 p.m.
And is that when you would have received information from zone 3 to make your way to zone 3?
This was self-initiated while I was at zone 3.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear this. It was self-initiated while I was at zone 3.
I know I can't get him.
Are you the mom of a child struggling with substance abuse? Recognizing you're repeating the same destructive cycles over and over.
Hold up, y'all. Let me skip this. Okay. Right. Here we go. I was drive over to Confederate Avenue, Confederate and HR City's where apartment 930 is located. If they don't have no gate up there, they might have a gate up there now.
If you can kind of walk us through this portion of your camp.
Okay. Again, SI, that's self-initiated. Date and time.
And what was the time?
May 13th, 2013. 3:09.
2013. Hey, y'all, think about it. 2013. What were y'all doing in 2013? In 2013, what were y'all doing in 2013? I can't remember nothing in 2013. I can't. I had to go look at some bills and everything like that. 2013, I don't know what I was doing. Jesus, why they wait too late to do a RICO?
Again, shows the address. Confederate Court Apartment D. If you go here, at RL, that's relocating, meaning I got was changing from Zone 3 precinct and actually going to the location of 980 Confederate Avenue. And this is when I cleared the call.
Trying to put my boy sweater on.
And 428.
And my boy there.
And so, fair to say that she spent
Thug.
on this call, an hour and
It's my boy.
18 minutes on this call.
Yes.
And looking at the bottom under the narrative, one is getting into detail radio.
This is radio. Sorry, check. This is radio traffic. 2013 at 3:09:37 p.m. This is me pulling out that I have a female and a juvenile male. This was my vehicle mileage that I started with. This is the time that I started traveling, 15:09 hours. Advising them I'm going from Zone 3 precinct. 16G is police jargon for precinct.
Let me tell y'all something. I ain't trying to look, y'all, listen to this. Let me tell y'all something. Let me put it on the light. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Them boys were teenagers back in them days. Typical teenagers. 2013. Come on. They them cheering along and they already done did their time. And look, Thug ain't stunning them. They got a attorney, so Young Thug this it fat but just yawning. Look at it.
That's 7334. That is.
Thug ready to go to sleep and eat.
So they were advised to meet me at Confederate Avenue.
Fat self.
This at 09. I'm seeing this. So at 14 hours. So 5 minutes later, I arrived. My any mileage was 8075805, which is 1 mile from Zone 3 precinct to.
I like Young Thug. He is funny.
980 Confederate Court Apartment D.
And when you go into 7334 IP, who are you calling X to meet you at the location?
That it said 7334 would have been the crime scene technician's number.
Come on, y'all wasting time with this.
Their unit number. And they were advised of the call.
Thank you, guys. Now, back in 2013, did you have body-worn cameras in 2013?
No, I did not.
But they had
You
them.
spoke about Miss Bennett, who you met. Do you recall what her date of birth was?
Not off the top of my head. I'd have to refer to my police report for that.
And we're looking at a copy of your police report, have refresher memories of her date of birth.
It would.
It would.
I'm going to show you what's the mark identification purposes of 6057 LA. Do you recognize 57 Alpha Alpha?
I do.
And how do you recognize 57 Alpha Alpha?
This is a copy of the police report written by myself on May 13, 2013.
And we're looking at a copy that helps refresh your memory as to the date of birth.
It sure did.
Okay. Once your memory's refreshed, you just look up and let me know what was that.
6/15/1986.
And did you, from that report, what occurred once you made it back to apartment D and not in the Confederate court?
For the CAD report?
No.
I'm
What
sorry.
happened once you got back to the apartment,
It was myself, Investigator Jones, Miss Bennett, and her small male child. So we all rode together. We went to her apartment, which was apartment D. We visually looked inside and outside the apartment, verified stories and events Miss Bennett was saying, and also questioned Miss Bennett about the incident that happened.
And let me ask you, why did you go back to the apartment?
Because this was a report of two serious crimes. One from the day before on the 12th of an armed robbery with firearms taken and shot. And the second was a report of them coming back in that morning, firing shots again. So due to the nature of potential evidence, witnesses, wanting to verify stories and accounts, I went back to where the location was alleged to have happened.
And while at the apartment, was she able to give you more detail about what happened?
She was.
And what, if anything, do you recall her telling you as far as what happened first on May 12th, 2013?
So, Miss Bennett said she was inside of her apartment. She heard a loud knock at the door. She looked and noticed it was a male that she knew named Thug.
What?
And also a person that she stated name was Thug's brother. She said that these two were friends of her child's father, Mr. Makia Anderson. Once she recognized that she knew the individuals, she let them inside of her apartment.
Did she say what if anything happened once they came inside of her apartment?
She said she went into the kitchen to give her baby a bottle, or make her baby a bottle, excuse me. At which point, Thug's brother produced.
Yeah, let me stop there for a minute. Hold up. You tell me that this man remember all of this that happened back in 2013. No, he had to go back and read this and stage this. He can't remember all that. Not that. No. So she trying to say that Thug and his brother, what?
Called a 9mm handgun and put it back to her head, to the back of her head, demanding her personal items, money, effects, stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Did she advise if anyone else was there besides Thug and Thug's brother?
She said another male had entered named DK.
I believe he lying. He lying. He don't remember this.
I have to go back and I don't believe so, but I have to go back and check on the report.
Did he do that but reading out the report?
It would.
He read that report before he got there.
Silver, 9mm.
And you said that there was this third person in the case. Did she advise that she was aware of who DK was? Did she know DK?
Yes.
And did she say that they asked or demanded anything from her?
Yes, they demanded several items.
And did they take anything?
They did.
What did they take?
I have to.
Go ahead.
Yes, I know they took
Look at that.
Saatchi necklace.
And if you need a refresher report, just
yeah, I got. There's I have to go. I noticed that they took one of her cell phones,
Look at that.
$4,000 cash, some car keys, a Versace necklace, baby or book bag. I think another $100 off the table or something. And I have to go back for the list. Is that okay? Yeah. Sorry. They took her Kel-Tec PLR 16-223 caliber pistol.
And did you recall her? She told you who and she took you gun.
DK.
She supposed to be part of Thug.
Do you recall she told you there was anything inside of the baby book bag?
I'm gonna have to go back. There's. You say besides or beside?
Was there anything inside of the baby book bag that was taken?
Yeah. Yeah. Inside, she said Ray Dre headphones.
Ray? Or
Red. Sorry. RED.
And did she describe the color of the baby book bag? Yes. You can refer to the question.
Brown.
And you said that she mentioned that they took car keys. You recall what type of car keys they were? Hers, rental, or something.
She said, I believe she said rental, but I have to make sure I have to go back. Oh, where are the car keys?
They must.
Car keys, yes.
Car key.
If you refresh your memory, is there anything else that she would list as being taken? What you said thus far is the Versace necklace, $100, an additional $4,000, one of her cell phones.
Well, she must have owed him
A
something.
brown baby book bag that had the red Dre headphones inside of it, and her Kel-Tec model PLR 223 pistol. Was there anything else?
So we got the $4,000 in there?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that's all.
She must have owed him something in. That's how you do back in 2013.
And was there a distinction or a difference between where the $100 was and where the $4,000?
I know the $100 was off the kitchen table. The $4,000, I'll have to go back and refresh if I specifically said that where that was. I don't specifically say it, but I did separate it. I didn't do 40. So I guess looks like maybe they were both on the table, but two separate. Yeah.
And after she told you what I was taking, did she say anything else of her?
She did.
What did she say of her?
She stated that on the way out, DK fired one shot from her stolen Kel-Tec just above her couch into the living room wall.
That don't sound right.
Did she advise that they left?
Yes.
And did she advise how they left?
In two vehicles.
And did she tell you what were the two vehicles that they left?
One was a blue Dodge Challenger, and I had to look on the color of the other, a brown four-door vehicle.
And to your knowledge, do you know if either of those were associated with the rental car that she said was stolen?
I don't know. She made no mention that her car was stolen, just the car keys.
And did she advise at all to you what occurred what she did once they left?
She did.
What did she say?
She said that she was scared, so she stayed inside of her apartment for several hours before going to a hotel room for the night.
And then
Hold up. Y'all lying. Stop, y'all. Only reason why I say they lying because she said they stole her, she didn't have her keys. right? If I'm wrong. Then he said that she didn't have her keys. She can't go nowhere without the car keys, right? And why would they? She must. Her old man must have owed something. She must have owed something. That's what they were doing back in 2013, y'all. Not just everybody.
Not to my knowledge. Not until I drove her back to the apartment.
That I can really say.
Did she advise you of anything else that occurred at her apartment?
She advised. She stated that the reason she came in to the Zone 3 precinct to report this was that earlier in the morning, around 4 o'clock, she received notification from some unknown witnesses, neighbors, that around 4 o'clock, people had returned and shot up her apartment.
And is that the reason why she came and reported?
She said after conferring with her mom and the fact that they came back and shot her apartment up, that's why she was reporting it the next day.
Mm.
And then was she able to show you anything on her phone regarding the individuals that she told you came to her home the day before and shot and stole from her and shot that one shot on Mother's Day?
She told me she had a picture of Thug and DK on her cell phone.
What?
And was she able to show you that picture of Thug and DK on her cell phone?
She did.
What?
Did she say anything else about the individuals?
But see, when she took the wait, hold up, y'all. When that girl took the stand the other day, she, yeah, where all these darn devils come from? These liars come from? She said that it wasn't Thug. She came out her mouth and said it wasn't Thug. He said that it was Thug. She said it wasn't Thug and his brother. I think the state trying to set Thug up. That's all I'm trying to say.
Any of the individuals who stole from her?
Allegedly.
So she said they were all friends of her child's father, Mr. Anderson, I believe, Mika Anderson. She said that they were using the phone that she stole. That they stole. I'm sorry, the cell phone, the Boost Mobile cell phone. But they were using that to contact her, saying they were sorry. And
they were sorry. That don't even sound right.
Did she ever tell you they advised whether or not did she ever tell you they communicated with her?
Yes.
Okay. What, if anything, did the individuals who stole the items communicate to her?
Can I refer exactly what they said? Said they called her to apologize.
And to do anything else?
Offer to return her stolen items.
Why did they wait a minute? Hold up. That don't even sound like that. Don't sound right. Why the heck you gonna rob somebody? Take their belonging and then send it back to them. Dog, that ain't how it go. Somebody lying. He lying. Allegedly. I don't believe he telling the truth. Ain't no way in the head in Atlanta that a robbery, they're gonna bring the stuff back to you and tell you they apologize. Man, come on, ain't nobody stupid. Jesus.
It would tell you if she knew where these individuals were the night before they robbed her.
They said they were out with her child's father, Mr. Anderson.
They was out with her father.
All information that is being provided you back at her home. Is this all the information that she provided to you while back at her home?
Yes.
Now, earlier in the CARE report, you said you had ID tech come out. Why did you have the ID tech come out?
To take pictures of Miss Bennett's apartment, which I noticed bullet holes.
And have you had an opportunity to look at those pictures in preparation for your testimony today?
I have.
And Your Honor, this time the state would like to publish what has already been admitted as State Exhibit 1.
I don't believe him. I know them Jews don't need to.
Now, while this is being put up, let me ask you, are you familiar with the apartment layout of the Trestle Tree Apartments?
Familiar with the layout back in 2013. I don't know if they've been refurbished. Yes.
Yeah, and how are you familiar with the layout of the apartments back in 2013?
I was in Zone 6 for several years, and I had a few calls at 980 Confederate where I went inside the apartments.
And have you had the ability to go inside and see the layout of the apartments?
I'm sorry?
Have you had the ability to go inside those apartments and look inside those apartments?
I did.
You off tomorrow, Shelley?
Permission to approach, Your Honor. I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 24 Alpha Alpha. Tell me if you recognize Exhibit 24 Alpha Alpha.
I do.
And how do you recognize Exhibit 24 Alpha Alpha?
It is very similar to the layout of what would be a two-bedroom apartment at 980 Confederate back in 2013.
And in looking at 24 Alpha Alpha, is that familiar to what Ms. Bennett's apartment looked like or resembled back in 2013?
Except it's transverse, so this actually would have been in the front door and then at the back door.
So it's opposite of what's in 24 Alpha Alpha.
Right. The up here, let me get it up.
Them some bad apartment, y'all,
Yeah,
back in
that would be the front
213.
door and then the back door.
In 2013, those apartment Confederate was so bad. They were so bad. Jesus. And I say bad, shooting and all that.
Yes. So before you tell me about that, was that a fair accurate picture of the layout of the apartment back in 2013?
It is.
Now this house had attended 24 Alpha Alpha.
I want to check out foundation pictures and first or opposite. It's not like
Well, if I was looking at it, I'm sorry. Yeah.
If you were looking at that apartment complex, outside of it being flipped, is that the layout of the two-bedroom apartments at Trestle Tree Apartment back in 2013?
It is.
And this time the state would like to send the 24 Alpha Alpha into evidence. Sure.
Why y'all keep getting in front of the camera? Y'all know the camera right there. All that room, and y'all want to get in front of the camera. Women. All that room, and they can go somewhere else.
I can't. I'm left-handed. I can't.
Tired looking at them. You can't stupid there smiling. And it's still
The layout of the Trestle Tree Apartments. Does this we'll use this bottom portion to be Confederate court and draw it looking as this includes Confederate court.
Okay. So, if you don't mind, I'll do 2 pictures.
Okay.
One just the building, and then the bigger one of the actual apartment. The building would have been right there.
Look at them.
Upstairs. 4 apartments each.
Mate.
A, B, that was C and D. So A and B, C and D. Miss Bennett's apartment was D, upstairs to the right. So that would have been her apartment on that 4 apartment deal. Here, Better Avenue, walkway up to that building. Her apartment would have been, like I said, upstairs. There have been some steps. The door here, B. Some windows. From the door, be the living room, wall, closets. Behind this wall, kitchen, and bath.
Look at the fat butt ready to go to sleep.
Bedroom.
I feel sorry for them boy. They don't get no sleep.
And based upon your recollection, that's a fair and accurate drawing of how you remember her floor layout back in May of 2013.
It is.
And if you could just put May 5, 2013 on it, and your initials. Now, I want to show you what's already been admitted. Basically, the 44A, 44 alpha alpha, 45 alpha alpha.
Alpha.
44, 45 alpha alpha.
Do I already have copies of 44 and 45? Okay.
I think they need to speed it up. They speak so slow and move slow. That's what's wrong with the trial. Look how slow they going.
Looking at exhibit 44 alpha.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. I stopped it and I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, okay? I'm gonna speed it, try to I can't with the slowness, y'all, okay? Now this what I wanna see. This what I wanna see.
Rent a furnished private room with utilities and Wi-Fi for less than $150.
This what I wanna see. Hold on, y'all. Okay,
Y'all
let's.
want to look or focus or go to 6 alpha alpha and then 7 alpha.
I'm sorry, my fault.
So first 6, is that a closer picture of the defect that you identify as a bullet hole in 6 alpha alpha?
It is.
All right. And 7 alpha alpha, is that a close up?
It is.
All right. Now I want to look at 8 alpha alpha. What if anything was significant, or why did you have the crime scene take the picture that was an 8 alpha alpha?
This defect with the wood peeled off, and that indication is directly on the other side of the door of where the previous picture's defect was, which I identified as a bullet hole.
And 9 alpha alpha, is that a close up of that particular defect that you saw on the back of that door?
It is.
All right. Now looking at 10 alpha alpha and 11 alpha alpha. What, if anything, why did you have the crime scene technician take pictures?
God, they shot in her window.
May I go back to here?
Yes.
All right, what we're looking at here is apartment D, Miss Bennett's apartment. The front door, that's the window right to the right of her front door. This window, this is a picture of that window with an obvious defect in the window.
And did you determine what type of defect, or let me ask you, based on your knowledge and training, was there any significance about that particular defect?
Based on my knowledge and training, this defect appeared to be from a bullet and a bullet hole.
Okay. And had like that previous?
Yes.
And there's 24 years of experience.
Correct.
All right. Now looking at 12 alpha alpha and 13 alpha alpha. Do you see that window or the other side of that window in 13 alpha alpha?
Yes. Right here is the inside of the window, and right there by the full board tag is the defect.
Oh, all she do is shot.
Now looking at 15. And let me ask you this, do you recall back in 2013, it appears that a portion of that shade is open? Do you remember if that was how the crime scene you and the crime scene found it? You recall?
Right. If it was any different than what it is right now with that defect, we would have taken a picture of it first before doing any manipulation. And the fact that there's no prior picture, this would be the way we found the window shade to be.
Okay. All right. So now looking at 14 alpha alpha as a close-up. And does it appear that most of the windows are closed except for that portion that's kind of open in alpha alpha?
Yes, all the windows closed except for the portion where the defect is.
And now looking at 15 alpha alpha and 16 alpha alpha.
But the thing is,
take a picture of 15 and 16 alpha alpha.
listen, y'all. Okay, on 16 alpha alpha, ain't nobody gonna shoot in your house and come knock on your door and come in your house. That don't make sense. They don't do that. Prop back then alleges that they do shoot in your apartment. Anybody do that? If people, maybe some people in the apartment don't like her shot in her apartment.
This is a shot of the defect after we manipulated by pulling up the slides. I mean the shades. The shade.
All right. Now I want to look, kind of skip to 21 alpha alpha. Excuse me, first 20 alpha alpha. So 20. Where on your diagram is 20 alpha alpha?
This would be these closets right around here.
Okay. And then 21 alpha alpha?
20 alpha.
Same
20.
closet, different angle, right around here.
Okay. And in relation relation to the window, where was that in relation to the window?
They would be on a wall, like right around here to the window, maybe.
I don't see no window.
And in 20 alpha alpha and 21 alpha alpha, what, if anything, was significant why you had the crime scene tech take pictures of 20 alpha alpha and 21 alpha alpha?
This is what, also, from my training, knowledge, and experience, this considered a bullet hole, enter the wall, and skip along the door.
You said enter the wall, and how? What made you?
That's foundation.
Standing objection.
Okay. But based on your non-training experience, you said hit the wall and get trapped.
Yes.
Same objection.
You just
Standing objection.
now I want to go back to State's Exhibit 17 alpha and 18 alpha alpha. First in 17 alpha alpha, what, if anything, were you depicting in 17 alpha alpha?
17 alpha alpha.
And then,
So this is the living room. This is Miss Bennett's. Well, this was Miss Bennett's living room couch back in 2013. This is a defect she showed me up here. What she said was fired the day of her robbery, which was 5/12 of 2013. Fired from her Keltec pistol from DK into her wall right there.
and was she able to distinguish that hole that happened on May 12, 2013 from what happened at about 4 o'clock a.m. on May 13, 2013?
Yeah, Miss Bennett's statement to me was that during the robbery, the day before on the 12th, only one round was fired inside her house. That was from stolen pistol fired by DK, behind her couch to her living room wall, which is depicted by that photograph in that.
I don't believe that. I'm gonna skip it a little bit, y'all. I don't believe that. I don't believe all that. I'm gonna skip it to the prosecute, to the defendant. I want to hear what they gonna ask him. Okay.
Semi-automatic gun that she said shot into the wall, right?
Right.
All right. So, notwithstanding her statement, we don't have any shell casing to corroborate that, correct?
Correct.
We don't have
What?
any bullet
Told y'all.
defect that was supposedly shot into the wall to corroborate that, right?
We have the defect. We don't have a fragment of a bullet or a shell casing. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the actual bullet.
Right. So if there was a bullet that had been shot into the wall the day before, and she hadn't cleaned anything up or removed anything, where is the bullet?
Thank you.
Hard to speculate. The
Lamb.
round was a 223 round, which is a rifle caliber round,
Okay.
which is a very high velocity round.
Okay.
Shot into that wall, it could have went anywhere.
Well, it would have gone into the wall, right?
Into the wall, it may have hit a stud and stopped, it may have went all the way out. I'm not really sure
Yeah.
what happened to it.
But that defect,
This don't make no
that
sense.
defect isn't a hole where you can see something that could be an indentation of some sort in the wall, correct?
I can't tell from this.
Yeah, man.
Right?
They were.
Okay. Now,
I can't remember. Did we take another angle of this photo?
okay, well, let's see.
More straight on angle?
Let's see what 19AA.
Y'all ain't got no kind of shields.
There we go. All right. So take a look at that. That appears. Can we zoom in?
So where the shield?
All right. 19AA. Can you see that?
I do.
Okay. Agree with me that that doesn't appear to be, like a better word, a hole. There's actually something that seems to be either plugging it or something. That wall?
It could be, and I also have an opinion on what else it could be.
What else could it be?
If you go back to the previous picture,
Let's see. 18.
one more, one that shows the closet.
That ain't even no bullet hole. Y'all ain't got no kind of bullets. Y'all don't have no shells or nothing. Man, this is beautiful. The worst Rico case I ever seen.
Now let's go with 17.
Hold on, I need this one right here.
Which one?
This one right here.
Give me a number.
17.
Yeah.
17 alfalfa.
17 alfalfa.
Well, that's
No, no, one back, right where we were.
right there. Why you want this one that you can't see the wall?
Just my opinion of doing hundreds of shootings on crime scenes. If the bullet was fired along this trajectory and hit that wall, it could have skipped over, and that's what caused this over there.
So where's the shell?
Okay. That's one theory of what could have happened.
One theory.
All right. Which kind of comports with what you said earlier about a bullet has to go somewhere, right?
Has to go somewhere.
All right. So let's use your theory for a second. If we've got a bullet that comes in, hits that wall, and goes to the closet door, and actually, hold that question right here, because I want to show you something.
Yes, sir.
Let's go forward one, prosecutor.
What is the shells?
18AA. You see what we're looking at in 18AA, right?
Yes, just a close up of where we just were.
Let me borrow that pointer from you. Thank you. All right. Defect in the wall, right?
Correct.
Defect in the wall.
Correct.
Defect in the door of the closet.
Correct.
Defect, hard to see here, but defect on the side of this door in the closet, right?
Yeah.
All right, and defect over here, right?
Right, and no shells.
So, is it your testimony then that one possible theory is that a bullet came through the window, hit the wall, hit this door, hit this door, door, came around the corner and hit that door?
Would have been the window or from inside. Just somebody standing on the side of the couch.
Okay.
This don't make no sense. This is so
But either
circular.
no bullet or bullet fragment found behind the wall above the couch, right?
No.
Behind the wall near the door, right?
No.
Behind the door that's partially cracked.
No.
No.
Or behind the other door all the way over to the left, correct?
No. No fragments found at all.
Okay.
No
I
bullet
want to
shells.
ask you specifically about Ms. Bennett's account of what happened, okay?
Correct.
Now, first of all, she says that this incident happened on Mother's Day, May the 12th, 2013, correct?
Part of it.
Okay,
And then the morning of the 13th.
okay. There was no 911 call that came in on May 12th, 2013 regarding the incident that she says occurred, right?
Not that I found.
There was no 911 call that came in on the morning of May 13th, 2013, true?
Not to my recollection.
Okay, and according to her, there is this, talking about the 12th now, there's this shooting or shot being fired in her apartment somewhere around 1 o'clock in the afternoon of Mother's Day, May 12th, 2013.
That was her account that the single shot was on Mother's Day, on the 12th.
Were you familiar with that, either that apartment complex or that specific apartment?
They bad.
I can't comment on the specific department,
Okay.
but I am familiar with the apartment complex.
But they'll shoot anyway.
It's a big complex.
It is.
A lot of people live there.
They did. I don't know what it looks like now, quite honestly.
Certainly back in 2013.
Right, it was a big
2013 was bad.
multi-unit apartment complex.
Okay. Ms. Bennett says that she heard a knock on the door. Is that right?
Correct. I think her words were a loud knock.
Sound like the
Loud knock on
police.
the door, and she said that when she opens it up, someone that she knew as Thug's brother, and a third person were there, right?
Well, she said before she opened it, she looked outside and noticed it was Thug and Thug's brother.
Okay, this is what she's telling you, right?
What she's telling me.
All right.
At that initial letting in or interact or knowing who was outside, she did not make any mention of a third person.
She says that at some point they're in the apartment with her, right?
Right. Okay.
She's about to go make a bottle for her baby. That's what she said.
Go into the kitchen to make her baby a bottle. Correct.
Does she say why they were there?
No.
So, according to her, they're in the apartment, and she's comfortable enough to kind of turn around and go get a bottle for the baby, according to her, right?
So she told me. Yes.
Okay. Now, you would come to find out that the father of her child, Micah Anderson, also lived there with her. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Okay. Did she tell you that?
She did not.
Hmm.
You did come to find out that the father of her child was find that out.
She did tell me her child's father's name was Micah Anderson.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
She says that as she turns around and goes to get her baby a bottle, someone, I think she said, Thug's brother, put a gun to her head. Is that what she said?
That's what she said. Silver 9mm.
But why?
And she said that they took, number one, her cell phone, right?
One of her cell phones.
Okay. She said she had more than one?
Well, she had another one when I got there, because
Okay.
that's the picture we took.
Okay. So just to be clear, though, she didn't say they took one of my cell phones when she initially told you that. She said they took my cell phone, all right?
Let me refer and make sure she just said singular, my, not one of my cell phones.
Yeah, it's important. So if you need to refresh your recollections, go ahead and take a look at your report.
What? They don't want no cell phone. That don't even make sense. No, oh man did that.
Okay. My report said she took a picture from her cell phone and that they took one of her cell phones.
Okay? When she originally told you or made the report, her statement to you was that they took one of her cell phones or they took her cell phone?
One more. We're at the.
Come on now.
I just put victim's cell phone.
Okay.
So it wasn't specifically one of hers or the only.
Okay? They took her cell phone. They took $4,000 in cash that she said she had there in the apartment, right?
Correct.
And then they took a separate $100 that she also had there in the apartment.
Yes.
You say where that $4,000 came from?
No.
Okay.
She stole it. She owed him.
When you got to the location, I want to jump back a little bit. Did she have a car that was there?
I don't recall.
Do you remember her either referencing or saying that she drove a Porsche? You remember that?
Nothing about a Porsche.
Okay.
What?
Right, so
She said
they
it.
also took, according to her Kel-Tec pistol, right?
Correct.
A Versace necklace, right?
Correct.
A baby book bag, correct?
Correct.
Some red headphones, correct?
Red Dre headphones. Yes.
Beats by Dre headphones?
I don't know. I just put Dre.
Dre headphones.
Okay.
Good enough. And some rental car keys. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. Now,
Why you keep looking at the
these
prosecutor?
items, and they left, right?
Left in 2 vehicles. Correct.
2 vehicles. She said that she was scared. So she stayed there a couple of hours, right?
I think her words were several hours. Yes.
And then she went to a hotel room that night.
Correct.
Now, as you're investigating this case and you're listening to her story, right? Did she ever, let's say, provide any proof that she had in fact gone to a hotel that night?
And that kind of teeth and digging in would be part of my follow-up investigation. I'd be in somewhere in a recorded quiet space, like a precinct, where all this would be broken down step by step.
So where is it?
This particular place, this was just an initial call out on my part. But to answer your question, that question was not asked that I believe, nor was it answered on where she would have got that kind of money.
Well, how about this? Because when you spoke to her on the 13th, she had supposedly already been through what happened on the 12th and had already gone to the hotel the night before, right?
Correct.
Did she say, I stayed in this place several hours, then I went to the Holiday Inn or the Fairfield Inn or anything like that? Did she volunteer any of that information?
I don't remember, and my report just says a hotel room.
Okay. But certainly at this point, what you're getting from her is that one of these three individuals, I guess she said DK, had fired a gun inside of her apartment where it was her and her infant child, right?
Correct.
All right. Very serious offense, very serious allegation. True?
True.
All right. Now, one of the things that she told you was that Micah Anderson, her baby's father, were friends with these individuals, right?
She did.
She said that they had actually been out, they being these individuals, and Micah Anderson had actually been out together the night before. Is that right?
Correct.
Now, when we say the night before, are we talking about the night of the 12th or the night before? I mean, the night of the 11th.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
You're not sure.
I think we're talking about the night before being Saturday night going into, because the incident occurred first on the 12th, so we're probably talking about the 11th, the night before.
All right. Did you ever talk to, because now we're on the 13th, did you ever talk to Micah Anderson?
I did not.
Okay. Did it strike you as odd, as an investigator, all right, with a number of years of experience, that she would tell you that three individuals who were close or good friends with her baby's father, Mike Anderson, had come and robbed her and shot up the place near her baby, near Mike Anderson's baby, on the 12th? Did that strike you as seem kind of strange?
Yep.
Strange. Not strange. It seemed like stuff that needed to be followed up on with follow-up interviews.
Okay.
Speaking with her, speaking with Anderson, really getting into it. But I don't know if I'd say odd or strange.
Well, you certainly know that on the 13th, when she came to the police department to report something that had happened on the 12th, she didn't come with Micah Anderson, right?
No, and like I said, and it wouldn't divulge what her relationship with is Michael Anderson. I didn't know if Michael Anderson stayed there, if they were in communication, if he had any any involvement with the child at that particular point time. I had none of that information.
Okay. One of the things that she told you as you talked to her was that these individuals supposedly had her phone, right?
Correct.
And that did she say that they were calling her from her phone or that they were answering her phone?
I think they were answering.
No, that ain't what you said.
Now, was there ever a point where you were able to corroborate that with any sort of phone
That ain't what you said.
logs, anything like that, to corroborate that these calls that she talked about were taking place?
No, I did not.
Right. And in fact, one of the things that she said was that they called her to apologize for robbing her.
Correct.
Okay.
That ain't even right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
They called her to apologize, but I didn't know whether they were using her stolen phone to do that or another phone.
That don't even make sense.
Did you, while you were there at the apartment, we're talking on the 13th now, did you ever attempt to call that phone that she said they were answering?
I did not.
Did she ever
See,
attempt?
they didn't, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. These some lazy investigators. These are some lazy investigators. That's all I got to say. They are lazy.
Or offer, say, hey, they've been answering my phone. Here, I can call it right now, and you'll see they'll pick up. Did she ever offer to do that?
I don't remember.
Phone number to their phone?
She did.
Okay. Did you ever do anything with it? Did you ever do any investigation surrounding that phone?
No.
I did not.
Told you. Why? Why would he have done any follow-up on that phone why did he do any follow-up on that on that phone if they accused on the phone? Man, y'all, you know what? I'm about to go to sleep. I can't do this, y'all. I can't do this. But I want to hear my boys get on though.
She showed you a picture on the phone, and let's see, let's go to State's Exhibit. I think that's number 23. State's Exhibit number 23 is a picture of Miss Bennett actually holding a phone, correct?
Correct.
And she's showing you a picture on the phone, is that right?
That is correct.
All right. Now, did she ever tell you what the circumstances were surrounding this picture that she had in her phone?
No.
Did she ever indicate whether there were any text messages sent from her phone or to her phone?
I don't remember anything about text messages.
That Thug and his brother, y'all.
Okay. Let's go to
She did not say nothing against Thug.
20.
She did not say nothing against that boy. Y'all didn't do y'all investigation.
Get there. Let me ask you. Now, this phone call that she says she received from them, from the individuals that she said roster, apologizing for the robbery. Did she ever say whether they brought the stuff that she said they told her that?
No, only that they offered to bring her stuff back.
And so this is on the 13th of May. You try to contact her to follow up on what you yourself described as a very serious incident, alleged incident, right?
Correct.
You don't get a call back from her.
I did not.
You get no response whatsoever from this person who claimed that she had robbed a house shot up just a couple days before.
Correct.
There's no other investigation done to corroborate anything that she has said. Is that fair to say?
That is correct.
Now, I noticed when you were asked earlier about your closing the case, you cited the fact that there was no communication with her. In other words, she wouldn't call you back. She didn't call you back, right?
Correct.
Now, when you said, though, that
He about to get you. Get him. Defend it.
that you didn't think that she had been completely truthful with you, that wasn't in regards to whether she called you back or not, right?
Unfortunately, I didn't elaborate on any of that, and I don't remember why. That was the response I wrote to close the case out.
But that was certainly your evaluation, your conclusion at that time back in 2013.
It was.
I told you. The
You knew she
closed
wasn't
case.
calling you back, and your opinion was that she had not been completely truthful with you.
That was my opinion in 2013, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I want to
Told y'all they were lying.
very briefly.
Told you that girl was lying.
Tell me if I'm correct.
Thug didn't do that. Her boyfriend did it. Ooh-wee.
Ms. Bennett made a report about an incident that occurred on the 12th, but there's no 911 call to back that up. True?
Correct.
Ms. Bennett made an allegation about something happened on the morning of May the 13th, but there's no 911 call to back that up. Correct?
Correct.
Ms. Bennett made a report.
Look at him looking at the
Shot being
prosecutor.
fired inside of her apartment. There's no shell casing or projectile to back that up. Correct?
Correct.
All right.
Ms. Bennett made a report about shots being fired at her house from outside, but there's no projectile or shell casings outside to back that up. True?
Correct.
Ms. Bennett made reference to $4,000 in cash being stolen from her apartment, but there's nothing to back that up other than her word.
Correct.
Ms. Bennett made reference to keys to a rental car being taken, but you didn't receive
that's
a
her
rental car
Porsche.
receipt or anything like that to back up that she even had a rental car. True?
I don't know if she had a rental car or not. My investigators did not. She made no.
It was a
letter
rental
to
car.
me that she had a rental car there, and
You didn't ask?
not really sure where the car was or if there was one.
Could you ask?
Made reference to the fact that these individuals who she claimed came to her apartment and shot at her wall and stole items from her had been hanging out with her baby, but she never bothered to bring the baby's father or give you his information to help substantiate any of that, did she?
She gave me his name and his birthday.
Okay.
But he was not there during the time the report was taken, no.
Okay. The truth is,
She lied.
you don't really have any personal knowledge of what really happened in that apartment on that day, do you?
No. Told you. She lied.
And it's fair to say that because you found her to be untruthful and she was not responsive. I stand objection. Because of your determination about her and the fact that she was not responding to you after making these allegations, you closed the case and there was no further prosecution from anyone on this allegation that she had made. True?
Like we mentioned before when we talked about the goal of truth and all that,
Yes, sir.
and not wanting to deprive people of their freedom without being absolutely right, without follow-up from her, which would have led me to further investigation, the cell phone records, checking the car, canvassing again for witnesses, stuff about the hotel room, all that stuff that takes hours of investigation time.
So?
That I would have had to set aside time to do that after the follow-up with her. Unfortunately, with APT, the caseload does not, if I give her my card, I give her my contact information at the scene. Call me, we got to follow up on this. I call her, leave a message. Days go by, nothing. Unfortunately, the nature of the beast, I have to move on. Right. So that's why it was closed.
And so here we are in April of 2024, and you've not been provided with any more information than you had in May of 2013, right?
No, Ms. Bennett has still not contacted me.
Right. And you've not received any more documents or any more information or any more phone records or anything since 2013.
That is correct.
But yet here you are testifying on this case in 2013. True?
I'm here, sir.
Yes.
That defendant, no, they bad. God.
Thank you.
Any further calls? Not happening to anybody else?
It wasn't used to them having him up there. That young thug got some good attorney over there for the YSL.
One second, I'll get a drink later. Going back.
He need a drink, boy. Look at him.
All right, thank you.
You good?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to kind of pick up where you left off. You said that you last called her on May 19th, 2013. You left a message.
That's correct.
All right. Do you know or have any knowledge if whether or not she moved out of that apartment complex?
I do not.
I stand objection.
All right, let me ask you this. May 19th, 2013, is that about a week after this incident occurred?
Be 6 days, yes.
6 days from when she reported or 6 days from when it occurred?
Well, it occurred on the 12th and the 13th, right? And then 19, so yeah, 6, 5, and 6.
Or 6 to 7?
19, you said, right?
Yeah.
And I was there 7 days, I'm sorry.
Do you know if something happened with her child that prevented her from calling?
I have,
I stand objection.
Do you have any knowledge if there were any other life circumstances that happened that prevented her from calling?
I have no knowledge of that.
No knowledge.
Now, Mr. Adams asked you a few questions on cross that I want to follow up with. Now, Mr. Adams asked you whether or not there was any information about a building being shot up. You recall that line of questioning? Did you have any reports about a building being shot up, or solely the report from Ms. Bennett that her apartment was shot up?
There were no 911 calls that I remember from the 12th to 13th about any shootings in that complex. Any other building, the only information I had was what was given to me by Ms. Bennett.
And Mr. Adams went through a line of questioning that the only information that was there is what Ms. Bennett told you. You remember that?
Yes.
And you responded in a way that said it wasn't just what she told me, but what I gathered from the other witnesses. Do you remember responding to his question in that way?
I do.
Okay. Had you gotten reports that corroborated what Ms. Bennett? He opened the door.
Basis.
He opened the door, Your Honor, when he crossed him. He opened it. We backed away from it, and then he opened the door with his cross.
Objection to the speaking. Objection.
Y'all approach, please.
Him. He said, whoa, wait, you seen that? Why you want them to approach? Why do you want them to approach? Because they making him look bad. Because y'all ain't got nothing on you. That girl, everybody and the girl lying, everybody lying. Y'all, the witness even told y'all she was lying. Boy, I tell you, this is, oh, they just need to let these children go and stop wasting taxpayer money. Y'all ain't doing nothing here. Can't prove nothing. Ain't no bullet, ain't no shells, ain't no nothing. That man was talking about closing the case. He was gonna close the case, gotta reach out to him. Man, please skip this. I ain't got time for this. These folks, I tell you.
Asking if the third one can be excused, given the fact that there is a potential motion for that third witness.
Is that the motion, Mr. Steele? You filed motion limit number 47?
That's true, Your Honor.
In taking a look at the motion, that is though it's in a right, I it pertains to a proffer interview. Is that correct? With Mr. Murphy?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. Is the state going to use anything that as part of, are you going to redact that particular interview in terms of what Mr. Hudson may be indicating or saying?
Yes, Your Honor, it's the state's intention to not if we have to play the proffer to redact that, and then Mr. Steele and I can talk about particularly what portion of the video.
Is it gonna depend upon what Mr. Murphy testifies to?
It is, very much so.
I would just recommend that you have that in pocket so that before Mr. Murphy testifies, so it doesn't delay our proceedings.
Thug.
Okay.
All right.
Is it okay if we release him?
All right, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is stop it right there. And y'all see they still ain't got nothing on Young Thug. They look like we just wasting our time. You know, like the excuse me, y'all. Just like the y'all see the eclipse. Just like that's not the eclipse, y'all. Just like the detective said, they ain't got, they got a bullet shells, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing. And that girl came to court, and Bennett told them that she rented that car. They ain't follow up, they ain't did nothing, y'all. Anyway, y'all have a good night, and I appreciate y'all staying aware with me and sticking with me with this circus. With this not a circus, yeah, circus, I don't know what to call it. It's not a Rico. But I love y'all. Thank you. And your opinion matters to me, okay? I'm out of here.